Hey guys, I know one of the things that brought me the most stress in college admissions, not even essay writing, not trying to fill out my activities, it was this stupid honors section. And you might think that is stupid because the honors section is pretty simple, right? There's just five short little boxes you need to fill in. But I had no idea what to put there. My school didn't give away honors and I didn't know what was allowed. So I thought today I would just make the video I wish I had and explain to you what the honors section is, what you're allowed to put there, how to kind of best mold it to make your application really strong. So first, what is an honor? Well, maybe it's a little straightforward. I guess it's anything that gives you honor, anything you're proud about. It doesn't have to be a specific award or kind of like a title your school gave you or anything like that. It's just really anything you're proud of, anything you want to show off to the admissions officers. So what types of things are allowed? This is kind of the main point I want to make in this video. Pretty much anything's allowed. I mean, if you think it could be an honor, it probably is. I don't know many things you would think are like, oh, I want to put this there, and then admissions officers are like, no, that's not allowed, right? They don't really care. They're not like sticklers on some imaginary rules the Common App made up of what you're allowed to put here, what you're not. I mean, obviously the things you think of when you're honors is like school rewards, maybe something you earned through like a nonprofit effort, like employee of the month at your work, I don't know, stuff like that you would think typically are awards and honors, but really it can be anything. So a couple of things I put personally were, well, some of the honors I had were all state for golf my senior year or my junior year. I put state championship for golf. And those are two things that are like, yeah, those are honors, but they're not academic and they don't have to be academic, right? That's another main point I want to make. When you think of honors and awards, you're thinking of like, okay, what should I show them academically? But it doesn't have to be academic. It can be athletic. It can be really anything, as I mentioned. And then another one of mine was AP Scholar with Distinction, which I'm sure most of you have watching this. It's just something the College Board gives out on their website. I mean, check on your own to see if you have it. You probably do. I just put that in there to fill a spot. And then honestly, I can't even remember what my other ones were, which probably means they weren't that important, right? And if they're not that important to me, they're probably not that important to the admissions officers. So what if I don't have five? I mean, I just rattled off like three and they weren't that strong. Well, you don't have to fill out all five, right? There's five spots, but at the end of the day, if you're putting AP Scholar with Distinction at the fifth spot, something that most people applying to these colleges have, then what's really the difference between putting it there and leaving it off? So it's up to you. I mean, obviously I would try to fill out all five, see if you can come up with some stuff. Again, get creative. It doesn't just have to be academic context that your schools gave you. It can really be anything. It can be tied to your athletics. It can be tied to, your work. Like I said, maybe employee of the month. Maybe you're really proud of the work you did at wherever you work, and you're, employee of the year even. And that shows a lot more about you than AP Scholar with Distinction. So don't be scared. Put whatever you feel like you want to show off is really the message I'd like to convey here. And then how should you format these honors? Well, really, there's no set rule. Maybe your honors like a 3-word phrase, like most improved athlete on your team. And like, that's that. You don't really have to spice that up. But maybe it's something kind of confusing. Like mine was like first team all-state golf at my state golf tournament. Like, how do you word that well? How do you write it in the lingo that the admissions officers are going to care about? That's the most important thing. Don't use niche lingo that only you would know or is specific to the thing you did, right? Because the admissions officers have to understand your honors. So, like, what is all-state or all-state first team all tournament to the admissions officers? That's just a bunch of words that don't really mean anything. So try to write it in a clear way that uses standard language that the admissions officers can easily pick up on. But at the end of the day, it's the honors section. It's not as important as your activities. It's not as important as your essays. It's not as important as your grades and test scores. So don't stress over it too much. I know I stressed over it a lot because I really didn't have 5 good ones. And honestly, a lot of my friends didn't either. Our school doesn't give away honors like that. And even friends who went to other schools, they were like, I don't know what to put here. So just know if you're struggling with it, most people are, don't worry too much about it. Just try to get creative. Write about anything that, again, brings you honor, you're proud of, and that should work. Okay, thank you guys. Good luck filling that out.